Quickies with Andy. Quickies with Andy.
Yummy.
Hi, and welcome to Quickies with Andy. Okay, this is not going to be a regular length show. I do a lot of little things, appetizers, maintenance, things like that I've decided this season to just do some shows, just some quickies, little 8 to 10 minute shows so you can see some of the stuff I'm doing. We're going to make jalapeno olives. Yeah, I do this often, actually. I got the idea from a party I went to. They were selling them, not selling them, but they had them, and they weren't the best. They were good, but they weren't the best. I thought that maybe I could do it better. 2 jalapenos. I have a 15-ounce jar of olives. Now, I usually like to use the pitted olives. Pit-in olives. These are pitted and have pimentos in them. Works just as well, except that you'll eat about 10,000 of these in the time it would take you to eat 10 if the pits were still in. So I like to jar of olives, Tupperware container, cutting board, paper towel underneath, sharp knife. 2 jalapenos, and you're just going to cut them about 1/2 inch thick, to 1/4 inch thick. You don't want them too thick, but you don't want them too thin. You don't want them too thick or thin. Quickies. That's my new segment now. You should all enjoy that amongst yourselves. Just drop. Simple, right? So then the next one, I'm just going to cut these pieces. Now, you want to make sure, my mouth is watering because I smell jalapenos. You want to make sure that these are fairly warm. So you want to cut a small piece off. This is how I test it. Ooh, nice. Now, I got a little tiny clove of garlic here. Little tiny piece. You don't want a lot because it can very easily overpower this whole thing. You crush the garlic. And we are going to just dice it. I'm a little out of practice, believe it or not. I haven't made spaghetti sauce or barbecue sauce in weeks. And this is actually going to be more than I need. But I'm going to go ahead and chop it up anyway, and I'll just save. I'm going to need about half of this, and I'll save it for the next time I do it. And I'll just put it in a little plastic bag, because the next time I do this will probably be in about 4 days. So, this is my first quickie with you. Nothing spectacular. I just hacked up a little bit of garlic. I'm going to take about half of that, dump it in there. This is optional. I don't always do this. It really depends on who's here, and I have a friend that's allergic to garlic, of all things, and you know who you are. So you take that. I forgot. I'm going to need a baggie so that I can put the remainder of the garlic. I didn't go crazy dicing this up like you see me do for some of my sauces, because this doesn't need to be that small. It can be as big as you want them, but you want some surface area. Olives. You don't want all the fluid, but you do want some. And that is it, boys and girls. I know it's ridiculous. Here's what I do. You take these and you shake them up. And then this goes in the fridge for 2 days. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, or once in the morning and once in the afternoon. In the evening rather, you come and you give it a shake. The point is, you want to get the jalapenos and the fluid to go all around the olives. These will be hot olives, and they'll taste like jalapeno with just a smidge of garlic. So we're going to do this. Just throw it in the refrigerator, and in 2 to 3 days, you have hot jalapeno olives. See? Ooh. Ooh, that is some good stuff right there, ain't it? Nice big thick chunk jalapenos in with this. And the water will eventually, the vinegar and water will eventually soak up all the hotness from the jalapenos. Now, couple quick things before I let you go, because that's it, boys and girls. You want to, ooh, it's already hot. You want to use a big jalapeno or a couple of medium-sized jalapenos. This is only a 15-ounce jar. I can get them up to a pound or more. I happen to like, this is a store brand, and I happen to like it. Some of my favorite olives. If you switch brands, olives can taste weird. So this is what my taste buds are used to at the moment, so this is what I'm eating. I'm such a cheap date. So 2 medium size or 1 really big one. If you get a really big jalapeno, a really big one, then same thing, cut it. If it doesn't look like enough, add more. But you just take it, my mouth is watering. You just take this and you shake it up, and this will last just as long as it would in here. And if you eat these really quick, like say you wait the 2 days, you shake it up a bunch of times, you come back and you get them, you eat right through them within 2 or 3 days, just grab another bottle of olives, use your hand, keep the olives in the jar, dump out all the fluid and dump the olives in here, shake it up, give it 2 more days. The jalapenos in here will last in the fluid through about 2 runs. What I noticed is the last time I did them, the jalapenos start to get this film on them, just on the skin, and there's like a fatty film that builds up around the container. At that point, I wouldn't add a 3rd bottle of it, but you got to eat these quick. I'll sit down and eat 4 or 5 handfuls of these. This will last me 3 days tops when we start digging into them. Then just add another one. And I'm just rambling here because I'm not used to the show being over this quick. So they'll get quicker. That's it, boys and girls. In the fridge 2 days. Shake them up gently. You don't want to pulverize the olives. Ooh, it leaks. And eat them in a couple of days. They'll be nice and spicy, a little hint of garlic, and they'll still taste salty like olives. So this was our first time together. I'll see you on Menu from Mars. Origami. Okay, it's been a little while since I've filmed the quickie about the jalapenos and the olives, and I've changed them a little bit since the last time I did it. So if you want them mild, stick to the way that I just did. Well, I did it a couple months ago, but it'll look like I just did it. If you like them a little hotter, then what you want to do is you just want to take a whole jalapeno, a couple of them actually, but I've already got some in here. Cut the stem off and then just chop them up. And by keeping the seeds and the membrane and everything in it, rather than like this, which is how we told you to do it last time, and when I say we, I mean me, you want to actually chop them up into tiny little julienned pieces. And once you do this, it exposes a lot bigger of an area of the membrane that's inside. It also frees all the little seeds, and you just hack them up into little pieces like so, and then you dump them right in here with your olives, and it turns out that it makes them a lot hotter. And some people that subscribe like really hot things, and some people like them mild or don't like hot things at all. And I get emails occasionally asking why I only do hot foods and whatnot, and I assure you I don't. I just like it spicy. So here we go, all chopped up. Use gloves. Don't follow me, I have to chop up a ton of jalapenos after this. So, and then you just take them and you put them right in your olives, and they will be nice and hot. Now, the longer you keep them in here, the olives, the jalapenos will begin to pickle just like the olives. Let me show you. These are jalapenos I put in about a month ago. You see how they've already changed color? They don't actually look the color of olives. And they're still pretty hot, which is good. And then, like I said, you can keep this for a long time as long as the jalapenos are submerged in the fluid from the olives. And you can just keep adding olives to this. I wouldn't go out past a year, but you can do what you want, man. It's your house. So I just wanted to follow up real quick with that, because this is how we do it now, because I like them a little spicier than I was getting with just the slices. But that's it. And that's it. Come back, subscribe. I'll see you in a bit. I'm not gonna wait, I'm gonna try one now. But when you try one now, you gotta rub it against a jalapeno. Woo! Woo! That's nice.